Parenting is a great niche in order for you to be able to start a newsletter. And if you're somebody who wants to make an additional $500 a month and you are a parent, then this newsletter niche might be great for you. I'm going to talk you through how you can go about making that $500. If you take a look at this newsletter here, it is full of information. This is actually a parent telling a story about how they dealt with an outbreak from their kids. And the thing is, this is content that parents like to consume. They like to know that somebody else is in the trenches with them, but they also want a solution. Now, the first thing I would do if this was a client of ours is I would go through, I get an emoji into the heading here because it will be eye-catching. You can see there are no images and it's quite chunk text. So that's the first thing I'll be doing, is breaking this down with images. But you can also see there are absolutely low links in here, which means there's no opportunity to monetize. And that's why people give up, is because they don't start making money very quickly. And a lot of the time, it's not the content, it's actually the layout like this, and it's the fact that they haven't explored all of the monetization opportunities. So the first thing I'd be thinking about is, how can I turn this into a paid newsletter? Now, you just had Beehive, and Beehive is a platform that we use regularly with clients. You can check it down in the list. In the description, and there's our full training on how to use Beehive as well down there, completely free. But they have multiple subscription tiers, and what you're able to do with your newsletter is you'll be able to put in links to have these particular tiers. So what you can see here on the newsletter would be for free, and what we'd be able to do then is we would be able to offer things like webinars and workshops as part of that paid membership. So you might have different levels of different amounts, and the nice thing about Beehive is they're not actually going to take any of your subscription revenue. So even if you've got a small audience of just a few hundred, and only a few people of those, a small percentage, maybe 5 or 10%, sign up to get the paid products, then you are going to start to be able to make some money. Now, you'd want to be able to do that if you're the one that is running those particular webinars or those workshops, giving people access to those. And you wouldn't have to do those every week. It just could be a general access to those things that become part of your subscription. The other thing I'd be doing here as well is, before I gave the solution to the problem, I'd have a subscription cutoff, which means that people could read the first bit, they'd read the actionable tips, and then to read the rest, they'd have to be a subscriber. So then at least I've got them on my list, and I can market them with things explaining what is in my paid tiers that they're able to get access to, that they won't be able to get in the free version. And again, they'll be able to see this within the newsletter. They'll be able to see what they're missing out. There'll be that cut off in the newsletter, and then if they pay, they can get access to those things that you're able to offer. Now, if you don't have webinars and workshops yourself, then what you could instead do is partner with somebody and find some high paying affiliate offers. There's a lot of parenting coaches out there. You could start small with things like books off Amazon, but that's only going to get you paid a few cents or dollars. What you want to do is go out there, find someone who resonates with what you are offering in your newsletter, and then you could push their products. And if they've got courses or webinars, workshops that are $50, $100, $200, then you'll be able to make 10, 15, 20% of that. And it's quite easy to find these offers. Either go find influencers out there on social media and talk to them, see if they've got an affiliate program, or just do a Google search. Now, the next thing you might want to do is have some kind of e-com brand. E-com brands are really easy for you to set up. You can set them up completely for free, design all the e-com, the branding, and then you only get charged a percentage when somebody buys. So once you spent a morning or so using something like Canva to put the designs together, and then something like Printful to put all of the designs online onto a store or Shopify, you can then go ahead and put that into your store. And it doesn't have to just be t-shirts. You can have everything. You can have mugs, water bottles, all kind of stuff that's quite trendy, and have that as an e-com brand. And again, it could be something that you write with AI. So for example, you could do manuals or guides or checklists and then put those online. You can even put them as a download. If you wanted to give them away for free, you can actually attach a file to Beehive. Now, if you wanted to make them pay products, you could host them online, and then people can buy them from you. So loads of things you could do in order to bring in some money through e-com. But you can see if you've got a paid newsletter where maybe we're making around $50, then we've got high paying affiliate offers that we're pushing people to, where we're making sort of $30, $40, $50 per person that signs up to that affiliate offer. We're getting sort of a few of those each month. and we've got people buying from our ecom brand, very quickly we could get up to the $100, $200, $300. Then the next one that you can consider doing is sponsored content. So for example, if you don't want to go for the full paid newsletter, you don't have enough content to do regular webinars or workshops, then what you could do is you could team up with somebody, again, who is in the parenting space and offer sponsored content. So you could do a Q&A session. So they could do a complete episode takeover where you would have sort of an interview style with that person, and they would put that into the newsletter. You could even do it as a video, and then what you would have is a little overview, a bit of a snippet of the transcript, and then people could go and watch that video. Or what you're able to do as well with Beehive now is you can put audio in. So you could link out to a YouTube video, or you could put the audio directly into the newsletter for people to listen to the full interview. And what you'd be doing there is you'd be getting somebody to sponsor you. So you might talk to an influencer, somebody who's in the space, and say, look, for $100, do you want to jump onto my newsletter? You can record some audio and send it to me, or we'll have a conversation, like a Q&A session. Maybe you can get people in your audience to submit the questions first, because platforms like Beehive allow you to do a survey, and then you'll be able to collect the questions, and then this person answers them, and they get to do that, and they'll pay a small amount of money, $100, $200, which isn't a huge amount of money, in order to be able to access your audience and have a newsletter takeover. As you can see here, this newsletter is doing none of that, and it can be quite disheartening when you are starting out with a newsletter if you don't get these monetizations opportunities set up straight away. And again, I haven't talked about everything, because on things like Beehive, there's Boost, there are ads built in, native ad platforms. So there's so many other things as well. And if you want to learn more about how to use Beehive or how to start a newsletter business, there are 2 videos on the screen now that you'll be able to check out. Go take one of them, learn more, learn what a great opportunity this is. If you've got a 9 to 5, you've got a skill, you want to start your 5 to 9, you don't want to deal with hassle of clients, you just want to talk about your passion. We'll see you in the next one.